Hello everyone. Our question is, when many Scrum teams are working on the same product, should all of their increments be integrated every sprint? Option A, yes, but only for Scrum teams whose work has dependencies. Option B, yes, otherwise the product owners and stakeholders may not be able to accurately inspect what is done. Option C, no, each Scrum team stands alone. Option D, no, that is far too hard and must be done in a hardening sprint. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which output from sprint planning provides the development team with a target and overarching direction for the sprint? Option A, the sprint backlog. Option B, the sprint goal. Option C, the release plan. Option D, sprint review minutes. Correct answer is option B. Question is, when is a sprint over? Option A, when the product owner says it is done. Option B, when all product backlog items meet their definition of done. Option C, when all the tasks are completed. Option D, when the time box expires. Correct answer is option D. Question is, what are two good ways for the development team to make non-functional requirements visible? Choose two options. Option A, put them on a separate list on the Scrum board available for all to see. Option B, add them to the product backlog and keep the product owner posted on the expected effort. Option C, run the integration and regression test before the end of the sprint and capture the open work for the sprint backlog of the next sprint. Option D, add them to the definition of done so the work is taken care of every sprint. Correct answer is option B and option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, which answer best describes the topics covered in sprint planning? Option A, what to do and who will do it. Option B, how conditions have changed and how the product backlog should evolve. Option C, what can be done and how to do it. Option D, what went wrong in the last sprint and what to do differently this sprint. Option E, who is on the team and what team member roles will be. Correct answer is option C. Question is, what is the purpose of a sprint review? Option A, to take time to judge the validity of the project. Option B, to inspect the product increment with the stakeholders and collect feedback on next steps. Option C, to review the Scrum team's activities and processes during the sprint. Option D, to build team sprint. Correct answer is option B. Question is, who must attend the daily Scrum? Option A, the Scrum Master and Product Owner. Option B, the development team. Option C, the development team and product owner. Option D, the Scrum team. Option E, the development team and Scrum Master. Correct answer is option B. Question is, the purpose of a sprint is to produce a done increment of product. Option A, true. Option B, false. Correct answer is option A, true. Question is, which two things should the development team do during the first sprint? Choose two options. Option A, make up a plan for the rest of the project. Option B, analyze, describe, and document the requirements for the subsequent sprints. Option C, develop at least one piece of functionality. Option D, analyze, design, and describe the complete architecture and infrastructure. Option E, create an increment of potentially releasable software. Correct answer is option C and option E. Question is, what is the key concern when multiple development teams are working from the same product backlog? Option A, minimizing dependencies between teams. Option B, clear definition of requirements. Option C, meeting original scope projections. Option D, making sure there is enough work for everyone on every team. Option E, maximizing velocity. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, which outcome is expected as Scrum teams mature? Option A, they will improve their definition of done to include more stringent criteria. Option B, the sprint retrospectives will grow to be longer than 4 hours. Option C, there is no need for a time-boxed sprint since time boxes are only for new Scrum teams. Option D, sprint reviews will no longer be needed. Option E, a Scrum Master is no longer needed since they are a mature team now. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a properly functioning Scrum team will have at least one release sprints and may well have several. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option A, true. Question is, for which is the Scrum Master responsible? Option A, managing the performance of the Scrum team. Option B, the meetings and the objectives that a Scrum team sets for itself. Option C, the Scrum framework being adopted and used properly. Option D, keeping track of resource allocation. Correct answer is option C. Question is, as the sprint planning meeting progresses, the development team sees that the workload is greater than they can handle. Which two are valid actions? Choose two options. Option A, recruit additional development team members before the work can begin. Option B, the development team ensures that the product owner is aware, starts the sprint, and monitors progress. Option C, cancel the sprint. Option D, remove or change selected product backlog items. Option E, the development team works overtime during this sprint. Correct answer is option B and option D. Question is, during a sprint, when is new work or further decomposition of work added to the sprint backlog? Option A, when the product owner identifies new work. Option B, as soon as possible after they are identified. Option C, when the Scrum Master has time to enter them. Option D, during the daily Scrum after the development team approves them. Correct answer is option B. Question is, how should product backlog items be chosen when multiple Scrum teams work from the same product backlog? Option A, the Scrum team with the highest velocity pulls product backlog items first. Option B, the development teams pull in work in agreement with the product owner. Option C, the product owner should provide each team with its own product backlog. Option D, each Scrum team takes an equal number of items. Option E, the product owner decides. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, who should make sure everyone on the development team does his or her tasks for the sprint? Option A, the project manager. Option B, the product owner. Option C, the Scrum Master. Option D, the development team. Option E, all of the above. Correct answer is option D. Question is, the daily Scrum is an event that happens every day. What would be three key concerns if the frequency were to be lowered to every 2 or 3 days? Choose three options. Option A. Opportunities to inspect and adapt the sprint backlog are lost. Option B. Impediments are raised and resolved more slowly. Option C. The product owner cannot accurately report progress to the stakeholders. Option D. Too much work is spent updating the Scrum board before the meeting. Option E. The Scrum Master loses the ability to update the Gantt chart properly. Option F. The sprint plan may become inaccurate. Correct answer is option A, B, and option F. Question is, which Scrum values are exhibited by not building product backlog items that have low business value? Choose three options. Option A. Economic value added. Option B. Respect. Option C. Focus. Option D. Earned value. Option E. Courage. Correct answer is option B, C, and option E. Question is, who starts the daily Scrum? Option A. The person coming in last. This encourages people to be on time and helps to stay within the time box. Option B. Whoever the development team decides should start. Option C. The person who has the token. Option D. The Scrum Master. This ensures that the development team has the meeting and stays within the time box. Option E. The person who last broke the build. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a development team selects a set of product backlog items for a sprint backlog with the intent to get the selected items done by the end of the sprint. Which three phrases best describe the purpose of a definition of done? Choose three options. Option A. It controls whether the developers have performed their tasks. Option B. It provides a template for elements that need to be included in the technical documentation. Option C. It creates transparency over the work inspected at the sprint review. Option D. It tracks the percent completeness of a product backlog item. Option E. It guides the development team is creating a forecast at the sprint planning. Option F. It defines what it takes for an increment to be ready for release. Correct answer is option C, D, and option F. Question is, which of these may a development team deliver at the end of a sprint? Option A. Failing unit tests to identify acceptance tests for the next sprint. Option B. An increment of software with minor known bugs in it. Option C. An increment of working software that is done. Option D. A single document if that is what the Scrum Master asked for. Correct answer is option C. Question is, who is responsible for managing the progress of work during a sprint? Option A. The Scrum Master. Option B. The development team. Option C. The product owner. Option D. The most junior member of the team. Correct answer is option B. Question is, what two factors are best considered when establishing the sprint length? Choose two options. Option A. The organization has mandated similar length sprints. Option B. The level of uncertainty over the technology to be used. Option C. The frequency at which team formation can be changed. Option D. The risk of being disconnected from the stakeholders. Correct answer is option B and option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, what are two responsibilities of testers in a Scrum team? Choose two options. Option A, verifying the work of programmers. Option B, everyone in the development team is responsible for quality. Option C, tracking quality metrics. Option D, finding bugs. Option E, Scrum has no tester role. Correct answer is option B and option E. Question is, what is the role of management in Scrum? Choose the best answer. Option A, to present the Scrum teams with insights and resources that help them improve. Option B, to monitor the development team's productivity. Option C, to identify and remove people that are not working hard enough. Option D, to continually monitor staffing levels of the Scrum team. Correct answer is option A. Question is, the time box for a daily Scrum is option A, 2 minutes per person. Option B, 15 minutes. Option C, 15 minutes for a 4-week sprint. For shorter sprints, it is usually shorter. Option D, 4 hours. Option E, the same time of the day every day. Correct answer is option B. Question is, the length of a sprint should be option A, short enough to keep the business risk acceptable to the product owner. Option B, short enough to be able to synchronize the development work with other business events. Option C, no more than 1 calendar month. Option D, all of these answers are correct. Correct answer is option D. Question is, multiple Scrum teams working on the same product or system all select work from the same product backlog. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option A, true. Question is, multiple Scrum teams working on the same project must have the same sprint start date. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is, which two ways of creating development teams are consistent with Scrum's values? Choose two options. Option A, existing teams purpose how they would like to go about organizing into the new structure. Option B, managers personally reassign current subordinates to new teams. Option C, managers collaborate to assign individuals to specific teams. Option D, bring all the developers together and let them self-organize into development teams. Option E, the chief product owner determines the new team structures and assignments. Correct answer is option A and option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a product owner wants advice from the Scrum Master about estimating work in Scrum. Which of these is the guideline that a Scrum Master should give? Option A, product backlog items must be estimated in story points. Option B, estimates are made by the development team. Option C, estimates must be in relative units. Option D, Scrum forbids estimating. Option E, estimates are made by the product owner but are best checked with the development team. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which Scrum value is affected by a lack of trust in the Scrum team? Option A, focus. Option B, respect. Option C, openness. Option D, courage. Option E, commitment. Option F, all of the above. Correct answer is option F. Question is, a product increment must be released to production at the end of each sprint. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is, how is management external to the Scrum team involved in the daily Scrum? Option A, the Scrum Master speaks on their behalf. Option B, the development team self-manages and is the only management required at the daily Scrum. Option C, management gives an update at the start of each daily Scrum. Option D, the product owner represents their opinions. Correct answer is option B. Question is, what is the time box for the sprint review? Option A, as long as needed. Option B, 2 hours for a monthly sprint. Option C, 4 hours for a monthly sprint. Option D, 4 hours and longer as needed. Option E, 1 day. Correct answer is option C. Question is, what is the tactic a Scrum Master should use to divide a group of 100 people into multiple development teams? Option A, create teams based on their skills across multiple layers such as database, UI, etc. Option B, ask the product owner to assign the people to teams. Option C, ask the developers to divide themselves into teams. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, the sprint review is mainly an inspect and adapt opportunity for which group? Option A, the development team and stakeholders. Option B, the product owner and development team. Option C, the Scrum team and stakeholders. Option D, the product owner and management. Option E, the development team and management. Option F, the product owner and stakeholders. Correct answer is option C. Question is, in order to achieve the benefits of Scrum, it is important to enact the value of commitment. What two actions demonstrate the commitment of Scrum team members? Choose two options. Option A, always deliver the items in the sprint forecast. Option B, help the other Scrum team members. Option C, do your best. Option D, send out a daily status report. Option E, work late. Correct answer is option B and option C. Question is, which three of the following are feedback loops in Scrum? Option A, sprint review. Option B, release planning. Option C, sprint retrospective. Option D, refinement meeting. Option E, daily Scrum. Correct answer is option A, C and option E. Question is, which of the following services are appropriate for a Scrum Master in regard to the daily Scrum? Option A, lead the discussions of the development team. Option B, make sure that all three questions have been answered by each member of the team. Option C, keep track of whether each team member has a chance to speak. Option D, teach the development team to keep the daily Scrum within the 15-minute time box. Option E, all of the above. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, what is the recommended size for a development team? Option A, 7 plus or minus 3. Option B, at least 7. Option C, 9. Option D, 3 to 9. Correct answer is option D. Question is, which two activities will a product owner engage in during a sprint? Choose two options. Option A, run the daily Scrum. Option B. Prioritize the development team's work on the sprint backlog. Option C. Update the sprint burn down chart. Option D. Answer questions from the development team about items in the current sprint. Option E. Work with the stakeholders. Correct answer is option D and option E. Question is cross-functional teams are optimized to work on one technical layer of a system only, for example, GUI, database, middle tier, interfaces. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is what are two good ways for a Scrum team to ensure security concerns are satisfied? Choose two options. Option A. Postpone the work until a specialist can perform a security audit and create a list of security-related product backlog items. Option B. Add security concerns to the definition of done. Option C. Add a sprint to specifically resolve all security concerns. Option D. Delegate the work to the concerned department. Option E. Have the Scrum team create product backlog items for each concern. Correct answer is option B and option E. Question is every Scrum team must have a product owner and Scrum Master. Option A, true. Outcomes affected by their participation and availability. Option B, false. A product owner can be replaced by a business analyst in the development team. Option C, false. A Scrum Master is only required when asked for by the development team. Option D, true. Each must be 100% dedicated to the Scrum team. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is the sprint goal is a result of sprint planning, as is the sprint backlog. True or false? Correct answer is option A, true. Question is when should a sprint goal be created? Option A, it should have been created in the previous sprint during product backlog refinement. Option B, it must be established before sprint planning in order to begin planning. Option C, a sprint goal is not mandatory in Scrum. Option D, at any time during the sprint. Option E, during sprint planning. Correct answer is option E. Question is, in accordance with Scrum theory, how should a group of 100 people be divided into multiple development teams? Option A, understanding the product vision, and the rules of the Scrum framework, the group divides itself into teams. Option B, it doesn't really matter because you can rotate the teams every sprint to spread knowledge. Option C, check with the allocation department to see who has worked together before and make these the first teams. Option D, create a matrix of skills, seniority, and level of experience to assign people to teams. Correct answer is option A. Question is a new developer is having continuing conflicts with existing development team members and creating a hostile environment. If necessary, who is responsible for removing the team member? Option A, the hiring manager is responsible because he or she hired the developer. Option B, the Scrum manager is responsible because he or she removes impediments. Option C, the development team is responsible and may need help from the Scrum Master. Option D, the product owner is responsible because he or she controls the return on investment ROI. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is the product owner makes sure the team select enough from the product backlog for a sprint to satisfy the stakeholders. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is who owns the sprint backlog? Option A, the Scrum team. Option B, the product owner. Option C, the Scrum Master. Option D, the development team. Correct answer is option D. Question is every development team should have option A at least one representative from each major software engineering discipline such as quality assurance, development, and user experience. Option B the competencies and skills needed to deliver a done increment in a sprint. Option C one lead developer and no more than 8 other members. Correct answer is option B. Question is during a sprint retrospective for what is the Scrum Master responsible? Option A prioritizing the resulting actions items. Option B participating as a Scrum team member and facilitating as requested or needed. Option C acting as a scribe to capture the development team's answers. Option D summarizing the reporting the discussions to management. Correct answer is option B. Question is the Scrum Master observes the product owner struggling with ordering the product backlog. What is an appropriate action for the Scrum Master to take? Option A suggests the product owner extend the sprint so he can have more time to order the product backlog. Option B suggests that the development team does the ordering to be sure that it is a feasible ordering of work. Option C offer the product owner help in understanding that the goal of ordering the product backlog is to maximize value. Option D present the product owner with an ordered product backlog to use. Option E encourage the product owners to work with the development team to see which items technically are fastest to implement. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is when is implementation of a product backlog item considered complete? Option A at the end of the sprint. Option B when the item has no work remaining in order to be potentially released. Option C when quality assurance reports that the item passes all acceptance criteria. Option D when all work in the sprint backlog related to the item is finished. Correct answer is option B. Question is a Scrum Master is introducing Scrum to a new development team. The development team has decided that a sprint retrospective is unnecessary. What action should the Scrum Master take? Option A call a meeting between the development team and senior management. Option B comply with the decision of the self-organizing team. Option C consult with the product owner to see how he or she feels about the situation. Option D begin facilitating productive and useful sprint retrospectives. Correct answer is option D. Question is when multiple teams work together on the same product, each team should maintain a separate product backlog. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is what is included in the sprint backlog? Option A user stories. Option B tasks. Option C use cases. Option D tests. Option E any of the above or others which are a decomposition of the selected product backlog items. Correct answer is option E. Question is, who determines how work is performed during the sprint? Option A, architects. Option B, the development team. Option C, the Scrum Master. Option D, subject matter experts. Option E, development team managers. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, who is responsible for clearly expressing product backlog items? Option A, the Scrum Master or the Scrum Master may have the development team do it. Option B, the Scrum Master. Option C, the product owner. Option D, the business analyst who represents the product owner in the development team. Correct answer is option C. Question is, what are the three benefits of self-organization? Option A, increased creativity. Option B, increased rule compliance. Option C, increased accuracy of estimates. Option D, increased self-accountability. Option E, increased commitment. Correct answer is option A, D and option E. Question is, which two of the following are true about the Scrum Master role? Option A, at the sprint review, the Scrum Master identifies what has been done and what has not been done. Option B, the Scrum Master teaches the development team to keep the Scrum meetings to their time box. Option C, the Scrum Master helps those outside the team interact with the Scrum team. Option D, the Scrum Master assigns tasks to development team members when they need work. Option E, the Scrum Master is responsible for updating the sprint burn down. Correct answer is option B and option C. Question is, who is responsible for engaging the stakeholders? Option A, the business analyst. Option B, the development team. Option C, the team manager. Option D, the project manager. Option E, the product owner. Correct answer is option E. Question is, which statement best describes the sprint backlog as outcome of the sprint planning? Option A, it is complete list of all work to be done in a sprint. Option B, every item has a designated owner. Option C, each task is estimated in hours. Option D, it is the development team's plan for the sprint. Option E, it is ordered by the product owner. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, sprint burn down charts are an efficient tracking tool because they show option A, an estimate of the total work remaining for the sprint. Option B, how much effort has gone into a sprint. Option C, how many hours have been worked by each development team member. Option D, how many product backlog items remain. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a member of the development team takes the Scrum Master aside to express their concerns about data security issues. What should the Scrum Master do? Option A, adds security to the definition of done. Option B, tell the product owner to stop further development of features until the issues are fixed. Option C, create a product backlog item for security. Option D, go check with the testers. Option E, ask the person to share the issues with the team as soon as possible. Correct answer is option E. Question is, you are the Scrum Master for 4 Scrum teams working from the same product backlog. Several of the developers come to you complaining that work identified for the upcoming 2 sprints will require full-time commitment from a technical specialist who is external to the teams. What are 2 key concerns for the Scrum Master to take into account in this situation? Choose 2 options. Option A, the desire to maintain a stable velocity. Option B, the benefit of development teams figuring out a solution for themselves. Option C, the need to have enough work to keep all development team members busy. Option D, the ability of the Scrum teams to produce integrated increments. Correct answer is option B and option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a Scrum team has been working on a product for 9 sprints. A new product owner comes in understanding he is accountable for the product backlog. However, he is unsure about his responsibilities. Which 2 activities are part of the product owner role according to Scrum? Choose 2 options. Option A, ensuring that the most valuable functionality is produced first at all times. Option B, interacting with stakeholders. Option C, providing the development team with detailed specifications. Option D, describing features as use cases. Option E, creating detailed functional test cases. Correct answer is option A and option B. Question is, what activities would a product owner typically undertake in the phase between the end of the current sprint and the start of the next sprint? Option A, there are no such activities. The next sprint starts immediately after the current sprint. Option B, define the product backlog. Option C, work with the quality assurance departments on the increment of the current sprint. Option D, update the project plan with stakeholders. Correct answer is option A. Question is, which of the following are roles on a Scrum team? Choose 3 options. Option A, users. Option B, Scrum Master. Option C, product owner. Option D, development team. Option E, customers. Correct answer is option B, C and option D. Question is, a Scrum team is only allowed to meet the stakeholders during sprint review. Options are true or false. Correct answer is option B, false. Question is, which best describes the product backlog? Option A, it is allowed to grow and change as more is learned about the product and its customers. Option B, it provides just enough information to enable a Scrum team to start the design phase of a product. Option C, it contains all foreseeable tasks and requirements from which the Scrum team can develop and maintain a complete project plan. Option D, it is baselined to follow change management processes. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, who has the final say on the order of the product backlog? Option A, the development team. Option B, the product owner. Option C, the Scrum Master. Option D, the stakeholders. Option E, the CEO. Correct answer is option D. Question is, why does a development team need a sprint goal? Option A, sprint goal only gives Purpose to sprint 0. Option B. Sprint goals are not valuable. Everything is known from the product backlog. Option C. The development team is more focused with a common yet specific goal. Option D. A sprint goal ensures that all of the product backlog items selected for the sprint are implemented. Correct answer is option C. Question is, when does the next sprint begin? Option A. When the product owner is ready. Option B. Immediately after the conclusion of the previous sprint. Option C. The Monday following the sprint review. Option D. Immediately following the next sprint planning. Correct answer is option B. Question is, what are two ways that architecture and infrastructure are handled in Scrum? Choose two options. Option A. They are discussed, determined, and documented before the actual feature development sprints. Option B. They are implemented along with functional development of the product. Option C. They are added to the product backlog and addressed in early sprints while always requiring at least some business functionality, no matter how small. Option D. They are built by a separate team through the creation of an architectural runway. Correct answer is option B and option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, when many development teams are working on a single product, what best describes the definition of done? Choose the best answer. Option A. Each development team defines and uses its own. The differences are discussed and reconciled during a hardening sprint. Option B. It depends. Option C. Each development team uses its own and must make their definition clear to all other teams so the differences are known. Option D. All development teams must have a definition of done that makes their combined work potentially reusable. Correct answer is option D. Question is, when a development team determines that it will not be able to finish the complete forecast, who has to be present when reviewing and adjusting the sprint work selected? Choose the best answer. Option A. The development team. Option B. The product owner and all stakeholders. Option C. The product owner and the development team. Option D. The Scrum Master, project manager and development team. Correct answer is option A. Question is, every Scrum team must have a product owner and Scrum Master. Choose the best answer. Option A. True. Outcomes affected by their participation and availability. Option B. False. A product owner can be replaced by a subject matter expert in the Scrum team. Option C. False. A Scrum Master is only required when asked for by the Scrum team. Option D. True. Each must be 100% dedicated to the Scrum team. Correct answer is option A. Question is, which two activities will a product owner engage in during a sprint? Choose two options. Option A. Run the daily Scrum. Option B. Prioritize the development team's work on the sprint backlog. Option C. Update management on what is being worked on. Option D. Answer questions from the development team about items in the current sprint. Correct answer is option C and option D. Question is, how do you know that a Scrum team is cross-functional? Option A. Scrum team has all the skills to create an increment by end of every sprint. Option B. A few of the development team members pair program and do test-driven development. Option C. There are no conflicts within the Scrum team. Option D. Every member of the Scrum team is able to perform every task. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, which answer best describes the topics covered in sprint planning? Option A. What to do and who will do it. Option B. How conditions have changed and how the product backlog should evolve. Option C. What can be done and how to do it and why to do it. Option D. When went wrong in the last sprint and what to do differently this sprint. Option E. Who is on the team and what team member roles will be. Correct answer is option C. Question is, what is the recommended size for a Scrum team? Option A, at least 7. Option B, 9. Option C, 10 or fewer. Option D, 7 plus or minus 3. Correct answer is option C. Question is, which are appropriate topics for discussion in a sprint retrospective? Option A, arranging the sprint backlog for the next sprint. Option B, the value of work currently represented in the product backlog. Option C, team relations. Option D, definition of done. Option E, how the Scrum team does its works. Correct answer is option B, C and E. Question is, who is accountable for tracking the remaining work toward the sprint goal? Option A, the developers. Option B, the Scrum Master. Option C, the product owner. Option D, the project manager. Correct answer is option A. Question is, who is accountable for clearly expressing product backlog items? Option A, the business analyst who represents the product owner. Option B, the product owner. Option C, the Scrum Master or the Scrum Master may have the developers do it. Option D, the Scrum Master. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which three of the following are time-boxed events in Scrum? Option A, release planning. Option B, release retrospective. Option C, sprint retrospective. Option D, sprint planning. Option E, sprint testing. Option F, sprint 0. Option G, daily Scrum. Correct answer is option C, D and option G. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.